bitch, I ask her if she wanna die today. Goddamn, I'm still going through a lot of things. When I leave the scene, like I did the lottery. Yeah, lottery. Little nigga, there ain't no stopping it. I can't fly.
Alright, what is up guys, it is Josh back with another tutorial on the channel. Today's video, I got a follow-up to last week's video, which was how to edit like Number and Yarn. I have a part 2 for you guys today, and I'm going to be showing you how you can edit like Smuti and Excel in both Davinci Resolve and Adobe After Effects. If you guys are new to this kind of video, what I pretty much do is I break down their edit style, show how you can edit like them. I have presets in the description in the Google Drive that you can check out. So yeah, make sure to download that. That'll be in the description. But quick before I actually get into it, I just want to say that over 70% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure to drop a sub. It is 100% free for you guys to do. You can change your mind at a later date. Also, be sure to drop a like and comment. Give me some feedback down below what you want to see in the channel in the future in terms of content. It means a lot to me if you guys are, giving recommendations down there. And I'm planning on doing a video like this almost every week, so make sure to drop 2 editors that you'd like to see in next week's video down below in the comments as a recommendation. And lastly, if you want to stay up to date with me, make sure to drop a follow on my Twitter. I'll have the first link in the description there. I'm going to be following back a lot of people that actually dropped me a follow on my Twitter, so make sure to check that out. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. I'll see you on my PC. Alright guys, so starting off with Davinci Resolve, it's pretty simple. I just have everything that I want to use in the top left right here. The first thing I'm going to be showing you is Excel style. That's the first one. I'll have all the timestamps in the description if you want to, skip ahead to Smuti and Davinci Resolve, or skip ahead to Smuti and After Effects, Excel and After Effects, etc. But yeah, what we have right here, we have 2 clips up here. They're both LG Joshyy clips that I have, and then we also have the song Out of Time by Killbunk. It's a banger. It's non-copyrights, and yeah, we're just going to drag the song in. We're going to actually find kind of the beat that we want to use. So this is going to be the first beat we're going to use, so I'm going to turn down the volume just a bit. And then we're also going to sync up a transition point. That should be fun. And then transition point right here, and then I'll just cut the audio down here. But I'll quickly put up an example of Excel style on the screen right now. Pretty much the thing I notice about Excel is his impacts are fairly simple. It's just a shake with a bit of a flicker, sometimes a bit of a glint, and obviously lens blur is kind of his his signature touch to every single impact he uses. But yeah, also he uses a lot of light leaks. That's why I have that in the top left corner right now. I'll have that in the Google Drive if you want to check that out. But yeah, the first thing we're gonna do is syncing, and the first clip we're gonna do is just this little edit course. So I'm just going to preview the clip up here, and we're just going to trim it down on either side. We're gonna bring our audio down a track, and we're going to line it up with the actual beat on the song that we're gonna be using. So just like this, line it up with the numbers, extend it out on the left, shorten it there, and then for the next one we're gonna do the exact same thing. Gonna trim it down on the left, trim it down on the right a bit, drag it in, line it up, and then we'll find just like that. Should be good, and then we'll just extend it just like that. Perfect. And then all we got to do here is add our velocity. So to do this, we're just going to right click on the clip, unlink it, go into our retime curve, and something I found, it's pretty similar to what Excel does. You're just going to add a keyframe on the kill. You're going to go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 frames back, add a keyframe, drag this up to 300%, go 3 frames to the right, add a keyframe, drag this up to 150, just like that, and then you're going to bring this one down to 60. It's pretty similar. It's not the exact same because he does do it in Vegas, and you can do like fast crossfades and stuff in that. But we're just going to select this point. We're going to ease it just so it's a bit smoother, and then we're obviously going to find the point again, and we're actually going to line up the curve with that. And what we're doing by doing that is we're kind of fully extending the velocity all the way. So it should look something a bit like this. It's not like there's no slow-mo before the kill, but yeah, it's pretty simple, really easy to do. And yeah, I'm gonna do that with the second clip, and I'll see you guys once I've done that. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do for Excel is just we're going to add our impacts. So just drag an adjustment clip on the actual kill where that starts off. I'm just going to move this marker over because I don't think we synced it up properly, but it's all good. We're going to actually add an adjustment clip starting on the marker and going to the end of the clip, go into the Fusion tab, and then we're going to locate wherever we actually save this to. So I'm going to go to my Davinci folder, go to Excel, and we have 2 different impacts here. I'm going to show you the first one real quick. we're just going to drag it in. And if you have an error that says you've reached a limitation with DaVinci Resolve, all you got to do is just restart it and then just restart the app, and then it should be completely fine to go. But yeah, this, like you can see, is working perfectly fine, just like that. You can see that we have a nice impact. It should be a bit laggy. I'm not surprised because it is on full resolution, but we're also in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to render this out, and I'll quickly just toss it up on the screen what it looks like, the entire impact, just so that way you can choose between the two. But it's just a flicker with a shake and a film glow OBS and a lens blur. So yeah, I'll render that out, put that up on the screen so you can get an idea of that. All right, so for the second impact, we're just going to delete this one, and then we're just going to drag in the second impact just like this. And it's slightly different, not very different, but just a slight difference between the two. You can see instead of a film glow, like a pink film glow, it's just a white little glint. And just like that, I'll quickly throw this impact up on the screen too, just so you can see the fully rendered version, but it's just a kind of a white touch to it, I guess you could say. But not much of a difference. I know the shake isn't exactly what Excel uses, but I try to replicate it as much as I can. It's a slight Y shake with a high gamma lens blur and a bit of a flicker. But yeah, that's how you can do Excel's impacts. I'm actually going to get to transitions and light leaks now, so I'll see you guys in the edit tab. All right, so for transitions now, all we're going to do is we're just going to drag an adjustment clip over top of the two clips right here where it actually splits in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into our Fusion tab. We're going to find the presets that I have right here for the zoom in left and zoom in out, all that stuff. But yeah, we're just going to do this and just drag in your zoom in, out, doesn't really matter. For me, I'm going to just do the in just for the sake of this tutorial. And you can see the keyframes are messed up sometimes. You can know if it's messed up if you can't see the fourth keyframe because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 is off to the side. So by doing this, we're just extending kind of the window that we can see the keyframes. So we're just going to go back in. We're going to find the 4 keyframes. I actually ended up cutting off one of them, so I'll just make it overly large. But we can see the keyframes, these 4 right here, the ones that we're going to be using for the transition. So we're going to find the 3rd keyframe, go back out. We're going to add a marker, kind of trim it down on either side. And we're going to line up the marker in the middle of the 2 clips. And you can see that does a bit of a transition, just like that. And that works for any of the transitions, zoom in, out, left, right. I put a couple of them in the description as an example, but yeah, if you want to check out more transitions, I have a ton of them in my transition pack for 100% free. Also on my Twitter, go drop me a follow if you want to actually get that for 100% free. But lastly, if you want to add some spice to the transition, you know, you can add a light leak. So we're just going to drag it in right here. I'm going to unlink the clips right here just because we don't really need an audio track for it. We could freely move it around. And we can see if we add a light leak, for example, this one right here, it's a bit over the top and you can't really see anything underneath it. So I'm just going to go like this. I might actually extend it, go into a retime controls, maybe make it a bit faster so there's a bit more movement. But you want to pick a part of the light leak where it almost covers the entire screen if you're doing it on a transition. You're going to kind of line that part up with the transition, and you're going to go down here to the composite mode and change it from normal to screen. That way you can see it overlays over top. And obviously you don't want it during the kill, so you're going to go about, I think 20 keyframes should be good. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to trim that down right here. And we're going to do maybe like a 10 frame crossfade. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll have it come in just like that. Oops, I accidentally moved it over. And we can see that it kind of comes in. And then maybe 25 frames after should be good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be good. And then we'll do something like this. Maybe do a bit of a fade out just like that. But yeah, you can see it goes over the top just like that. And Excel kind of puts them just so they last throughout the entire clip, you know, whether it's a kill, whether it's like a build up, all that stuff. So you can just go crazy, kind of let your creativity take over in terms of that kind of stuff. But that is how you actually edit like Excel in DaVinci Resolve, kind of the basics. But yeah, leave me some down below in the description, some editors if you want to see them in a future video. I'm looking to get 2 new people next week, so make sure to drop your ideas down below. And I'm going to be moving on to Smuti now, so I hope you guys do enjoy that part. All right, guys, so I deleted the light leaks because we were using that for Excel, but I'm going to be using the same song, the same clips, kind of because it is a bit of a hybrid kind of song. I don't know if that makes sense, but it works for both styles. It works for any style, really. You can kind of over-edit to it. You can do a clean edit to it. Out of Time is really a good song, but we're just going to actually add our velocity. So to do kind of a Smuti velocity, he does a bit of a slowdown before the kill. So to actually do this, we're going to go into retime controls, add a speed point on the kill, go to after he edits the wall right here, go in between the two, add a speed point. And this is kind of my velocity that I show off in most tutorials. We're going to change this to 50. We're going to change this to 200, and then we're going to change the post kill to 50, but then we're also going to drag it out a tiny bit so it is at 60%. And we're just going to drag this so it lines up, overlap it a tiny bit, and shorten this down. We can see that it's super clean looking. If you want to kind of have a bit of a frame blend, you can change this to optical flow, and that just makes it a lot cleaner instead of the framey kind of look that it has when you don't have it on. But yeah, all we got to do now is to add our impacts. We're just going to drag an adjustment clip over top. We're going to go like this. We're going to get off the excess, and I'm just going to do this one clip as an example. We're going to go into the Fusion tab. I actually don't think I have this lined up. Yeah, we're one frame back, so that would have been bad. I would have been adding the effect to the wrong thing. But we're going to actually find the Smuti Davinci folder, and we're going to add the glow impact to start, and it is super easy. We're just going to connect it just like this. Connect it just like this, and it is fairly similar to the glow he uses. He uses uni-chromatic glow or uni-glow chromatic, but I think this looks a lot better in Davinci because it looks really weird when you try to add glow chromatic with the universe plugins to Davinci Resolve. But yeah, also you'll need the universe plugins and the sapphire plugins for this video, as well as the BCC plugins, so make sure to download those. You can look up tutorials on YouTube. I can't link them down below because it's TOS, but yeah, you can see right here, this is my best attempt at kind of a Smuti impact. I tried to make it from scratch, but like you can see, this isn't actually keyframed, so we're gonna have to mess around with that. Drag that down to 0. I'll have that fixed in the actual preset. But yeah, I'll render out this impact. I'll put the actual fully rendered version up on the screen right now just so you can see what it kind of looks like. But yeah, it is a super clean impact. I definitely recommend using it if you're trying to kind of replicate Smuti's style. But yeah, that's pretty much the first impact. Now I'm going to quickly show you the second impact. So this is just actually the impact without a glow, which is kind of his main impact, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's just the shake with a flicker. I'll put that up on the screen right now because it is being super laggy. But yeah, toss that up there. And lastly, for the kind of Smuti build-up, all we got to do is we're going to drag this up. We're going to drag in this adjustment clip right here, just like that. And I'll just drag that out just a tiny bit, just in case we have to use it. We're going to go into the Fusion tab. But yeah, once we're in the adjustment clip right here, we're just going to go to the build-up preset where we download it. We're going to connect it just like this. And we can see the keyframes are a bit off to the side, and we don't want that. So we're actually just going to bring these drop downs right here so we can see the keyframes. We're going to zoom in, and we kind of want them to line up. We'll put it right about here. The kill is right here, so it would be the frame before the kill is where we want it to end. So we'll actually select the keyframes, drag them over, have it something like that. Should be good. And yeah, we'll see what that ends up looking like. But yeah, I'll render that out. It's being super laggy right now. I'll put that up on the screen just so you can see what it looks like with the impact. But it looks super clean, just a dark blue and almost like a tan buildup. And I saw he did this in his We Paid montage where he did the super cool paper text transition thing. Yeah, but that's where I got the idea for this from. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can edit like Smuti. It's the same exact process for transitions. I showed how to do that with the Excel style, so make sure to check that out if you don't know how to do transitions. I'll have those in the description for you guys to download in the Google Drive if you just want to add them. You know, I have a zoom out right, zoom in, all that stuff, smooth zoom out. But yeah, make sure to leave 2 editors down below that you want to see in next week's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this portion. I'm going to be moving on to After Effects now. All right, guys, so I'm in After Effects now, 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS. We're just going to drag in our song. It's Out of Time by Dustystaytrue and Killbunk. Banger song. Hold on, let me just find the beat that we want to use. Right here. This is the beat we want to use for our kill. So we're just going to find these beats right here. And I'll also just find this just in case we need to do a second clip. But yeah, for this, what we're going to do is we're just going to use this portion right here. We're just actually going to zoom in. And for our first clip, we're just going to preview it up here. I'm just going to kind of start it here, end it after here, drag this in right here. We're going to line it up with the kill, just like this. It should be good. Cut that off on the right side. And then right here, we're actually going to go up to animation, apply animation preset, and apply the velocity preset that I'll have in the description. I just gotta find it real quick. It is down here. Nope, not there. Velo. Yes, this one right here. Joshyy Velo 2, which works really, really well for Excel, which is gonna be the first one we're going to be doing. And this should be good. I'm just gonna change this to 60 FPS. Just like that. And it does look a bit framey right now, but it's all good. Looks perfect. But yeah, that's how you actually add the velocity. It looks really weird, right, like you can see, but we're just gonna add an adjustment clip, Control-Alt-Y, and then press Control-Shift-D to actually trim either side. Go to animation, apply animation preset. We're gonna go up to the folder that we actually have, and I'm gonna show you the first impact that I have for Excel, which is this just basic impact with a shake and a glow. Super, super clean. You can see just like that. Looks super, super nice. But yeah, that's the first impact. You can choose between that and the second impact, which I'll quickly just show you. Just like this. This one's a white one instead of a pink glow. But yeah, the thing about Excel, his style is super, super clean. He doesn't really do anything over the top. It's just a straight kind of a flicker with a shake and sometimes a glint or a film glow kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do that. I'm just gonna quickly show you how to do a CC. I didn't really show how to do the CC because I didn't have a preset for it. I only have an After Effects preset for it. But you can apply the kind of Excel type of preset, or I have a Magic Bullet Looks preset that you can use for Davinci Resolve as well. So we're just gonna go right here. We're gonna go into Looks. We're gonna go to Edit, and there's videos on how to actually import that into your thing, and then you can just actually add that just like this. It's kind of like this updated CC kind of thing. But super clean. Just make sure you're also rendering your project at 30 FPS if you want to edit like Excel, because that's what he does. And yeah, that's pretty much how to do your impacts. I'm gonna just quickly show you how to do transitions real quick. We're just gonna drag in the second clip, but like you can see, Excel's style really is nothing too complicated. Add in another adjustment layer above the two clips where the kind of transition point is gonna be. Select the little layer right here, go to apply animation preset, and then you can apply your zoom in and out smooth. Either works. I'm gonna use the in one, for example. And like you can see, this is actually the out one. I don't even know what I was clicking on. But yeah, this is the zoom out transition. Just like that, super clean. You can do that for either or. It works for either. And yeah, it's the exact same process, so you don't have to worry about changing anything. If you want to do a zoom in transition, just apply the transition preset. But the thing about Excel, I'll quickly show you with the transition up here, is he uses light leaks. So I'll quickly get it from the preset folder that we have right here. And Excel kind of likes to find a point where the light leak is covering up the entire screen. So I'm gonna add a marker to this point, and I'm gonna trim it down on either side kind of thing. And I'm gonna line this up with the middle point right here. We're gonna shift it over just like that. That should be good. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to almost about the halfway point after the impact. We're gonna cut it, and then honestly that should be fine. We're going to select this, go to toggle switches and modes, change this one to screen, which is right up here. And what that does is it kind of overlays it over top of the screen instead of having a full-on kind of light leak where you can't really see the clip underneath. We're going to press T on our keyboard to bring up our opacity, keyframe the opacity at the beginning to 0, go about 10 frames after, change it to 100, and then you can copy paste these keyframes at the very end and just kind of reorganize them just like this. And the thing about Excel is he kind of likes to apply them at just random points, and he also likes to use kind of like orange and blue ones or whatever. So if you want to, you can kind of find that orangish kind of tint right about here. This is red, kind of like this. You can see it's kind of like an orangish little tint to the transition, just like that. But yeah, there's tons of different light leaks and different editing packs that you can pick up. And yeah, this is just the example that I'm including in this. But yeah, that's how you actually edit like Excel. Obviously, you'd put the preset for the color correction in the second clip. Like, look at the massive difference this makes. Like, look at the before and after. Like, it's crazy. This is with and this is without. But yeah, make sure to check out all the presets in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini tutorial on how to edit like Excel, and I'm gonna be moving on how you can actually edit like Smuti in After Effects. All right, guys, so now for Smuti style, it's super easy to replicate in After Effects. I'm gonna be showing you how to do that super quick. We're gonna be selecting the layer right here, go up and select the velocity preset that's in the Smuti folder in the Google Drive. You're just gonna apply it just like that, and you can see it's a super clean velocity just like that. We're gonna press Control on our keyboard, add a adjustment layer, trim it down the other side, Control Shift D, select the adjustment layer right here, go animation, apply animation preset, and we're gonna actually add the impact preset that I've actually included. And the thing about this preset right here is you can just delete the flicker, the glow if you want. 100% free. It is super flexible, so if you don't like the look of the glow, you can just delete it. It's super similar to the glow that he uses. And yeah, that's pretty much that. And then to actually add the build up, we're just going to press Control Alt Y, add an adjustment layer before the kill, and we're just going to actually select it right here, go to animation preset right here, go to the build up duotone, select the keyframes right here, move them over, line them up just like this, so the second last keyframe is actually on the kill. And the thing about this is it's a nice little dark-ish build up shake before the actual kill, and like you can see, it makes a massive difference in terms of the colors. It makes it a bit darker, that way it actually looks a lot cleaner when it actually hits, and it's more of a harder impact. But yeah, if you don't like the way it looks, you could always delete it just so it's the shake. But to me, it is a bit plain, so yeah, we're just going to actually click out of that. And then to actually add a Smuti type transition, we're just going to add an adjustment layer above the two clips right here. We're going to select it, we're going to go up to animation preset, and then we're going to actually find the preset that I'll have in for a zoom in or out, right left transition kind of thing. So once we've actually found it, I'm just going to do in left, for example. I'm going to bring up our keyframe menu by pressing U. We're just going to drag that just like this. You can see it's just a nice little movement transition to the left, but there are going to be some in the Google Drive for right, left, up, down, that kind of basic stuff. And yeah, I don't really have a color correction for Smuti because he doesn't really use a specific color correction. I think he just does a little, he messes around with Magic Bullet looks. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can actually edit like Smuti. I know this is a kind of like short portion, but there's nothing really much to it. And yeah, make sure to drop some ideas down below for any editors you want to see in next week's video. I'll be more than happy to do 2 new people for you guys to actually learn how to edit like them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. It's 100% free to drop a sub. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.